What's up, lunatics? Loon here with Lunatic Reactions. And after reacting to Kool-Aid Kids, which I loved so much bass, and the lyrics were great too, I am even more excited to continue on with the Pepsi Center concert. And I'd gotten a lot of comments telling me that I needed to do Black Holes and Breathe together in one reaction, which I will be doing. But there was another commenter who suggested doing these two songs, Dust to Dust and Dull Knives, together, and I figured since I do have this whole concert to get through, might as well double up on a couple of them. So, yeah, that's what this reaction is going to be. Since I am doing two songs, I will not pause during the songs, but I will give my thoughts after Dust to Dust, then I'll give my thoughts after Dull Knives, then I'll look at the lyrics, and then I'll finish with my overall thoughts. Up first is Dust to Dust, and without any further ado, let's just get into it.
Come on and walk this way. Look what I have prepared to show
That end part there, that I think is the heaviest I've ever heard them sound. Okay, so after Kool-Aid Kids, I didn't think there's, you know, no way the bass can get better, can it? And then the song started, and I was like, oh, yes, it can. That was just, the bass was so good. The drumming was also, I mean, everything is so good together, but, obviously my thing is bass, but also I love drums a lot too. And guitar's cool. It's just another great rock song. I'm really happy I found this band. They seem to be fitting something that I didn't know was missing. It's the only way I can put it. Let's get into the next one, which is Dull Knives. That was a lot of fun. All right, so both of those songs were great. That one, I don't know how many of you out there are big Green Day listeners, but Ali's bass in that one sounded a lot like Mike Dirnt's bass playing. Like there was a couple of bass lines that definitely reminded me of him. If you're not familiar, it's pop punk music, but Mike Dirnt is a really great bassist. And that's what kind of came through on this song. This song did have kind of a, it's not a punk song, but it did kind of have more of a punk vibe to it than some of the other songs. Yeah, I'm just consistently in shock. All right, let me do the lyrics for both songs, and then I'll be back with my thoughts. Okay, so I've read the lyrics for both songs. I'm not going to go into a deep analysis of lines, but I'm just going to give my overall thoughts. So, with Dust to Dust, it seems to be a lot of themes about, death and rebirth and kind of like a renewal, starting over again. But also, it could also be taken like starting over a cycle again and Should we repeat that? I don't know. There's a couple of different ways you could take it, but I'm definitely getting those themes. I need to sit with that one a little bit more. Dull Knives. Oh, some heavy stuff. A lot of different ways you can take that one too. What came to my mind first was kind of a theme of self harm. And, I could see them writing about that just because I know Pow writes from a place of empathy, really, and is able to capture the experience of others in her lyrics so well. And, they're all still so young. They have so much career ahead of them. And just, thinking like as she continues to have more life experiences to draw upon, if she can write that well about things that she witnesses, or even like with Amore, with being inspired by a little clip from Ratatouille, like I'm just excited to see because these songs are, even when she was even younger than she is now, so very impressive. But yeah, that's what I got from Dull Knives. It could be taken a lot of different ways. Self harm could also mean, doesn't necessarily need to be like physical self harm. Can be like going down a path of self destruction, all sorts of different things. So, yeah, both of them have some heavy content, and I'm definitely gonna need to sit with both of them a little bit. I'm, I'm getting continually more impressed by the lyric writing and just in awe of how solid each song is. Yeah, between the two of those, I can't say that I really liked one better than the other. They each had different elements that drew me in at certain parts. So, if I'm giving them a rating, it's not even fair to compare in one video because I wouldn't be hearing them back to back in another video. So even just judging them as individual songs, but even not doing that, they're both a 10 out of 10. I'm getting to the point where I feel like you guys are going to think that I'm lying, but I'm not. These are really great songs. And, if I get to one that, I'm not as crazy about, I'll let you know, but so far, it's been amazing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more of my reactions to The Warning, check out the playlist. And if you want to see more of me, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Loon. This is Lunatic Reactions. Take care.